Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm right here in Studio One in Norway, and I'm just late. I just came in, and so I could not bring you the endorsement ceremonies here at the CPB headquarters, and the CPB has officially endorsed the CDC, but I'm trying to find that occasion, and we'll bring to you now that particular. Just give me a couple of minutes, and I will do that. Though the occasion is finished, the presentation is finished. Uh, I think it's just a statement now by um, the CDC officials. Molwa Molu is representing them to be able to so we'll bring you.
We are deeply humbled at this profound practical endorsement of the collective political infrastructure of a giant-sized political party that has epitomized, that has demonstrated a new paradigm of Liberian politics that will leave a label years to come as a king maker in the 2023 Liberian politics. I concluded address has already been spoken by our last senator, Excellency Joel Hamilton, who spoke before me. So, in selecting few words to express our gratitude, I would like you to know, leaders of the CPP, most of whom I've come to know for many years, as bigger brothers, as bigger sisters, as friends, people of undisputed integrity. I'm not saying that because we are endorsed. I'm saying that because it is the truth. No matter how many ill will is expressed from our antagonists, I know most ability as a man of integrity. I know Charlene Bronson as a woman of integrity. I know Orisha Gu as a man of integrity. I know Agon State Paul. Agon Soul as a man of integrity. I've come to know all these fine species over a 20 years period in our politics. As people to whom I have a deep sense of familiarity that cannot be distorted by propaganda on politics. CPP, you have placed us in your debt. The coalition for democratic change is now indebted to you. I want you to know. Because this endorsement has brought this election to an end. You have reaffirmed the undisputable re-election success of His Excellency George Manawia. Because I know what you bring to the table. And speaking prophetically, 6 years after, because I'm convinced now with this endorsement that we are winning re-election, winning landslide. 6 years after, it will not be President Weah on the ballot. There shall be many possibilities President William will be out of the way. So you can understand. Perhaps, that may be the time for CDC to repay its debts. And I didn't say this because I'm people endorsement. This statement was behind us. But we tend to keep it. So you are losing nothing. You may simply be delaying victory some few more years to come. And so we are happy today. We are glad. Citizens need to celebrate. I'm also aware that the endorsement statement read comes with responsibilities. The two individuals in the race, His Excellency President George Weah and retiring Honorable Joseph Walker. You know them more than I do. You know President Weah is the promise keeper. I will not waste energy talking about the other side because you know them more than me. And if they were capable of keeping commitments, we will not be having this program today. We will not be like that. I promise you that. We will not be like that. Commitments made will be kept. Commitments made about governance, national development, sustainable macroeconomic stability, etc., will be kept because we will be governing together. We will not just be CDC, there will be a coalition government involving leaders and members of the CPP. So if we fail, what project will not will fail together. So if we succeed, we will be succeeding together. So because of the way our governance structure is changed and our desire to keep commitments, we will all be seated on the table and making decisions. We shall not fail. On behalf of the President, let me now close by saluting all the gallant men and women of the CPP and all those that made this possible. You have our greatest respect. Even when we were opponents, you were a respectable opponent. You cannot expect some of us did not speak loosely about citizen leadership. Not only because we knew this day would come, but because you are led by some of Liberia's finest political speeches. So you are respectable opponents, formidable opponents, and you will continue to be respectable partners in this process. So God bless all of us. Thank you very much. Please stay to make a few statements. I thank you.
Of the proposed serving of the tourism convention. Quickly, before the ceremony, giving this public endorsement in the seat, I want to call the executive of the Irish Political Families and CDC for further before the closing ceremony for a board discussion. Can the executives of the CDC and now the executive of the CDC and the president?
collaborating parties, collaborating political parties, where the CPP has endorsed presidential and we have come to the end of the program. We are still here to also I say thanks for watching. Thank you for joining me.
Okay. Let's see whether. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that was the endorsement of President George Weah's second term by the CPP. And as you may have known, the CPP set up a 5-man committee after meeting with both former VP Boakai and President Weah, all of whom asked the CPP for endorsement, but the CPP laid out certain conditions. Primarily on that condition is the implementation of the War and Economic Crimes Code. And according to the 5-man committee set up by the CPP to negotiate, the United Party of Joe Boakai seemed not to have agreed to those conditions. And so President George Weah's CDC agreed in principle that they will implement all of what Mr. Cummings' team or party has laid out as conditions before endorsement. And based on that, the 5-man committee that was set up to negotiate came up with the conclusion that the CPP will endorse President Weah for a second term. And so that does it for now. I will be going on my private page to give a perfect analysis of everything, or probably I will stay right here. So just stay with me, and I will give an analysis from my own perception, how I see it, what I know, what I believe will happen. Because I know there are a lot of questions being asked, in the wake of that endorsement, but I will give my own analysis. And so just stay with me. I will play you one short music, and then I will come back to conclude the broadcast here on this side. But I will be giving you my personal assessment about how the whole endorsement is and what I believe will be the outcome. So don't go away. Like I said, just stay right here. I'll play you this short piece of music, and then I will come back to give my analysis.
If I join your party that fall, that why you colors me, I think you colors me with everybody. My Liberian people, who you want? My Yana boss, who you want? My girl women, that who you want? My girl, settle ya me way ya lo omeka ya and straighten it your chakra. You spoil the country now, I am Koloma. And it's all coming say. Whoa. CPP, oh yeah. Really? Appelé. Soba. Party, ha. Stand up, ha. I am Lily Mona. I am you want? Pape, call me, that who you want? Monapa, I say, who you want? Over, yeah. Soba, you get back. My people are say that who you
Okay. We are back, ladies and gentlemen. This is the bottom line, Liberia. Yeah. The time right here is 22 minutes past 4 o'clock. No, 2 o'clock. Yeah, 2 o'clock in the afternoon in Norway, or Norway day from my end. But like I said, I'll be looking at the endorsement from my own perspective. I'm sorry for the lighting condition, but let me put it this way. It's kind of difficult. It's kind of difficult for people to understand. People wouldn't understand exactly what's going on. People will feel that why did Mr. Cummings endorse the 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 CDC? And by way of information, it may sound like Mr. Cummings endorsed the CDC. No, it's the CPP that endorsed the CDC. Because why? A committee was set up to actually do the negotiation, and the committee came back with its finding that it is only the CDC that agreed to the conditions laid down by the CPP. And at the top of that condition is the implementation, the full implementation of the War and Economic Crimes Code. And the next question that people may want to be asking around here or arguing about is, how sure are they that the George Weah administration during the last 6 years term will be able to implement that War and Economic Crimes Code? Yeah, you see, the thing is, in life, you have to build trust. And your word is your bond. Like we normally say in Liberia, your word is your bond. So if nobody forces you to make a decision, if you make a decision based on what you think you can do, well, people trust you. So then why would somebody trust George Weah to be president of Liberia if he cannot be trusted that he will implement the War Economic Crimes Code? So in as much as we can trust him with our country and say, well, he is the president of our country, and we believe that he can do what we want him to do for our country, then we can work, or the CPP can well trust him that he said he will implement the War and Economic Crimes Code. Now, ask yourself why the Unity Party of Joe Boakai refused to accept those conditions under which the CPP would have endorsed them. Now, the reason is simple. The party is replete with war criminals. The United Party, as it stands now, or the supporters of George Weah, or Joe Boakai, as it stands now, that particular group is replete with war crimes criminals. You got Butt Naked, who is on video, on social media, admitting, nobody accusing him, but he admitting how he drank children's blood. And I don't know where they got those children from those days, because every day they were going to war. So every day they were going to war, they have to drink children's blood. So they were killing children every day, killing children every day. And this is a man who will come to support you. Okay, then you also have Prince Johnson, the man who grabbed our living president. In as much as the war came against the government of President Doe would have been arrested, turned over to the international community, or turned over to the Liberian people for judgment. But this man grabbed the president, and did not only grab him, but he decapitated the man, cut the man's ears, did everything live on camera. Okay? And even in his own testimony, he confessed it. So Joe Boakai would not have agreed to those conditions. Now, look, let's go back 2017. 2017, when Mr. Cummings ran on the ANC ticket, He did not win, right? He came 5th place. Now, so it was time to endorse the same situation we are in now. It was time to endorse either Joe Boakai or George Weah in the second round. Now, but Mr. Cummings decided to remain neutral as a political leader. So he called on his partisans, the ANC people at the time. At the time, it was not CPP. It was not collaborating political party. It was just the ANC. So he said, well, you are free. My partisans, you are free. You can vote for Weah, you can vote for Joe Boakai, but I will not tell you which direction to go. And people took that as seriously. Oh, Mr. Cummings did not support Joe Boakai. Mr. Cummings did not support Weah. I didn't see frankly speaking, I didn't see the CDC people complaining much. It was the UP people who complained that Cummings did not support Joe Boakai in 2017. Now, this time, Cummings said, okay, say we've gone back to square one, the same place we were in 2017. I am ready to endorse, but I will give you condition because this is what I, as Cummings, have decided. If I was president, if I was to be elected president, I will do. So since I was not elected president, but you people want my endorsement, I will give you this condition. If you can follow this condition, fine. I will endorse you. So then, how would have Joe Boakai endorse or agree to Mr. Cummings' proposal about the war and economic crimes? Prince Johnson will say, oh, Joe Boakai, I'm supporting you, so you want to sell me? One nigga will say, oh, but wait now, Papa will be behind you, so you want to sell us? So Joe Boakai would not and would have never agreed to that condition with the presence of Prince Johnson and all the other warlords. So George will say, yeah, Nipa, I agree. Okay. But your question, I know the question that everybody will be asking is, how sure are we that George Weah will do that? Now, the question I will also ask you, if you want me to answer that question, the question I will also ask you is, how sure are we that George Weah is a good president, promising that he will do this, do that, do this, and that for Liberia, that we can trust the whole country to him, but we cannot trust that he said he will bring war and economic crimes code. So if we can trust the man with the country, the entire country, then let's as well trust him with the war and economic crimes code. You know what I mean? That's it right there. So, here are the expectations. Put your program together for. So, I don't know, but I'm trying to do a two-way live. I don't know whether it's really possible. I want to go live. I'm going live on my platform. I want to go live on my phone, but I'm also relaying on the phone. Okay, I'm here. Okay, so I don't think it's possible. So let me just share it. So, like I said, the endorsement itself will raise a lot of questions. People are already started to ask me, in my inbox, or if I support that endorsement one, and also how sure is the CPP and its officials that George Manuel Weah, if elected president in the second round, will be able to implement the War and Economic Crimes Code and all other conditions as laid out by the CPP as a condition for endorsement. But then again, like I said, the question is, if we can trust George Weah with the entire country, so that based on his promises that you do this X, Y, and Z, then why can't we just trust him with simple things like bringing the War and Economic Crimes Code, which is in the interest of the entire Liberia, though? This is not about one group, okay? The implementation of the War and Economic Crime Code is not to benefit one group. It's for the entire country because almost everybody, not almost, but everybody in Liberia was affected somehow by the war. If they didn't kill your parents, they didn't kill your child, they didn't kill your mom or anything, they damaged your homes or they damaged your life. In that, life did not remain as it was prior to the war in Liberia. So it's everybody's business. Sorry. Okay. So now I think I'll share enough. People who want to follow will follow. But let me say this. Let me say this. Liberians, you brought all of this. You should not be blaming Mr. Cummings, you should not be blaming anybody else who endorse George Weah or Joe Walker. Don't blame anybody. Like I've always said, it's like you got employee in your company, right? You employ this guy for 12 years. 12 years, the guy caused you a lot of damage. He made your now don't say I say over 12 years, your employee caused you a lot of damage. Somebody say, why you say damages? No. Damage and damages are two different things. Damages is what you pay after you are done damage. Like if I go and love to somebody who want to catch me and get me to court, they judge me and they find me guilty, and the guy wants some payment back, and I'm paying damages for the damage that I did. So damage and damages are two different things. I'm a journalist. I play with words all the time. I don't know all words, but I play with them, the ones I know. So if you have this girl, this employee who have caused you a lot of damage over these 12 years, and then you want to replace him, then you find another guy. You just employ this guy after 6 years. He even caused more damage, more than your 12 years, your former 12 years employee. And then you want to replace him again, the new guy. Then all of a sudden, you have so many people applying for this position. So you have about 18 people applying for this position, along with the first 12 years guy who you dismiss, and then the new 6 years guy that you employed, who is still in fact on the job. Then all of them express interest again to work. So you need to do interview, and you look at all these new 18 people that came, all of them qualify. They all have qualification, but you drop them, and then you take the same 2 people that you try to replace. So, and then you will be left with a decision as to who to employ, who to give the job to now. Should I give it to the 12 years guy who caused me all the damage, or the 6 years guy who has even done worse than the 12 years guy? But then the 12 years guy, you look at him, you know, he will still be the same. He will not bring any change. And the present guy you got, you want to replace, it's even worse. You cannot get him to do anything better. So then you drop all your alternatives, and then you are left with this other decision to make. So then what happens? So, and this is where we are. So nobody should blame anybody who endorses who or what. Even if they say, like, people blame me, Costa, oh, why Costa go to Weah? We shouldn't be talking about Weah or Joe Walker in these elections that just ended. We should not be talking about them. If Liberia was a sensible country, if the people in Liberia were sensible people in Liberia were good people, were people who can make good decisions, we should not be talking about them. Because there are people who are supposed to replace. There are people who we've been trying to replace. In fact, you replace Joe Walker, the United Party, with George Weah, and George Weah did worse, and you want to replace George Weah. So why will you bring the same 2 people back? What sense does it make? And so some people calling me, texting me, oh, you think the decision CPP made, Mr. Committee made to go in George Weah a good decision? Hell yes, it is. Because in the first place, you Liberian people, if you have sense, will not be talking about George Weah and Joe Walker here now. No, we should not. We should not. If you have sense, when I say, you know, for me, I want person, I know how to bite my tongue. Like, you know, I look at the truth. I want, like, you don't just have sense. That's it. You do make good decisions. That's it. So I don't know how to say it. So it will hurt you, but that's a fact. Look at your decision you made. You do not, Liberians, you do not know how to make decisions. You got 2 people that you want to replace. Then group of people come and wanting to replace those 2 people. Instead of you picking among those new group of people that came, you left them, you cast all of them aside. Then you go take the same 2 people and bring them back to yourself again. Then you are left with a decision of making or picking one. Can you imagine? So what the hell did you want to replace them in the first place? What the hell? How are you sensible? I mean, I just don't understand. No, you'll get to my nerves so much that, I mean, if I just have my will, I'll shut down that damn country called Liberia for maybe, if I'll go, I'll shut down that country for complete 1 week. close the whole damn country. Let everybody just be stupid and in darkness. They can't see nothing and stupid. They can't eat and then your little sense. It doesn't make sense at all. You got two people that you cry from. You replace the other one with the other one. The one that you replace the first one with is even worse. Then you got alternatives in short term that came in real time that came and say, well, we can make a change. You say no, you let them. Then when you brought it, see two people back on yourself. Then you want somebody to come in. So no, we endorse anybody. Anybody can endorse anybody. Don't blame anybody who endorses anybody in this election. Anybody who wants to endorse anybody can do it. Because we shouldn't be there in the first place. We should not be there. You should be talking about Cummings versus Tiawan Gonglo, or you be talking about Tiawan Gonglo versus what the other guy need, that got the first vote, Apeton, or Apeton versus Cyril Beslo Nyanti, or Cyril Beslo Nyanti versus Jeremiah Wapo, or Wally Bonnie, or Moniba. You have all the options. You left them, you brought the same most stupid people who are being using you. You cry from them. So, and then you call yourself sensible people. When people say you bring your sense, then you get fed. You're insulting like real people. To hell with you. I mean, I like to be stupid. I hate stupid people. And one thing I hate in my life, stupidity. When I see stupid people, it can get to me. God made you in his image. God is not stupid for you to be stupid. Why you choose to be stupid? You have 18 options. Move the two people. Move the two parties, CDC and UP. You have 18 people. 18. So you want to tell me you're bringing? I tell you that among these 18 people, they can do well. They can replace them. You want to bring the same two people back. Then no. Let me tell you. Anybody who endorses WIA is good. Anybody who endorses Bwaka is good. It's good for your Liberians because you do know better. Liberians do not know better. It makes you that next time think better. Because you are the only people on earth. Liberians are the only people on earth who look at evil and welcome it. Look at what they're doing. Group of people, oh, God answer our prayer. Oh. God answer our prayer, you know. Santa water spoon. Hey, God, thank you. Look at. Can you imagine? Yeah? And when trouble come to the country, then you'll say, oh, walking. You'll say, oh, walking. Because this is how God can destroy a stupid group of people. You see Sodom and Gomorrah? When God gets tired with it, will destroy you something away. God brought war to destroy half of the citizens in Liberia. But say, we listen. But the next one that will come, it may be desperate. Because you don't think. You don't think. You don't think. Can you imagine? Wait, let me see something. I know people somewhere do. I know people will not like it. You're not like it, but I don't care because if you get sense, there's no other way. There is no other way for somebody to say you stupid, you stupid. Liberian people, we are stupid because I don't see a sensible group of people who will behave like us. No way, it's not possible. People who will say you kill my mind, kill my power, I'll vote for you. And guess what? You see the power boom stay on the ground because the war just ended. Eh? The war just ended. The people boom stay wasted on the ground and say you kill my power, kill my mind, I'll vote for you. You know, but you not know, but I'll vote for you. Huh? But I'll tell you something. The stage we are now, anybody can endorse anybody. For me, it's no problem. So people who texting me, oh, you think the decision by CPP to endorse President Weah is good? That decision was based on negotiations. The option was given. And you know, I like Mr. Comey. Mr. Comey, he told them, 2017, I remain neutral. I told my followers to vote for who they wanted. And Liberian people blame me. So now, it close that thing. What's that? Close it. In fact, bring it to me. So he said, well, this time around, I'm not going to remain neutral. My party will not remain neutral. We'll endorse, but we'll give you condition, because that's a condition on which I communist wanted to be president, that I will implement a war and economic crimes code. So if you want my endorsement, even though you say I get 1%, in fact, you should not, Joe Biden will not even so be claiming the communist store building to go to go visit, to go ask for endorsement. Okay, yeah, okay, move on, go. You see it? But because they know that the 1%, even George Weah, who coming was running against, he knows that George Weah did not get 1%. He got more. But because they wanted to make it appear that way, they did it. So coming is not bothered by the 1%. The same people who leading, they go into 1%. Because it doesn't make sense that if I have 1%, you will get whole 43%, you come to me. What are you looking for again? So coming say, okay, you come from a 1%, I agree. But I get my condition. Among the conditions, the top priority is the War and Economic Crimes Code to give justice to the Liberian people once and for all. And Joe Biden refused it. Joe Biden could not accept that condition. Why didn't Joe Biden accept? Because he got warlords supporting him. He got criminals supporting him. Look at his cycle. Look at Stanton Waterspoon. Criminal. The man who confessed to American government. The greatest country on earth. You little boy from where you are Panton, you go to America, God bless you. If you are stealing that money for complete 6 months, 7 months, and get some millions of that, at least a couple of thousands or $500,000, just stop. Let would that blow you? But he saw it as a way of making living. The biggest country on earth. Nothing can happen there. 100 years we're going to find you up. And then you're saying that, oh, hey, God, thank you. The man was going to go to jail for 30 years, but he reduced it to 3 months. Let me tell you, 1 minute jail in America, 1 minute jail in America. In fact, just being arrested for shoplifting or any criminal act in America goes as a record that will follow you, your grandchildren, you lay after your grandchildren. They will always make reference to you. You are Stanton. Oh, you are Stanton. Or the son of the great-grandson of Stanton Waterspoon, right? Yeah, okay. Let me check it record. Is that you can't nothing can erase it. So you're still be Liberia, and maybe you're in Liberia, where when something happened, they carry to post target, they want female go in and talk for you, they bring you outside and you're free. La. You'll be they may cut down the term. Even if they change for one second in America, that's a hell of a big record. So you're staying down there. And I don't know how you take God to be. Oh, God, thank you. You answer our prayer. Look, let me tell you. Now I told one guy, say, send you support. Go steal and him. Go steal. Send you think that good thing is there. Criminals. Then your cry for corruption in Liberia. That kind of man, that Joe got cream of the pie. Then you got Prince Johnson, who killed your president live on TV. Call the man, the man crying, baby. Then that the kind of man. So Joe Biden could not agree to Cummings' demand. Before I support you, before I endorse you in the second round, promise that you can bring a war in economic crimes code. Because that's what I was running on. And that's why Cummings did not win. Because they know they're afraid. Okay, even the George Weah knows that Cummings win will mean that he will be accountable. Then all of them coming back to Cummings to beg him to endorse them. Can you imagine? Pitiful people. So it's understood. It's very clear that George Weah agreed that he will implement the War and Economic Crimes Code. And that's a condition on which Mr. Cummings or the CPP endorsed him. That's the only condition. They didn't endorse him because they like him. They did not endorse him because they like him. And all of you who calling me and texting me, well, I'm not spokesman for Mr. Cummings, okay? Or I'm not spokesman for the CPP. The CPP said they set up a committee. After George Weah met with them, after Joe Biden met with them, they were open. They said, well, we are willing to endorse anybody. This time around, we are not going to remain neutral like ANC did in 2017 as a party. We are going to endorse. But under these conditions, if you accept it, fine. It's just like you see the fan girl. You say, hey, fan girl, I like you too fun bad. The girl say, yeah, I agree. But you know what? I got 5 children. My children there, they can eat. My children there, they left trouble. My children there, they daddy. You say, yeah, I agree. Joe, close the window. Move from there. So you don't want brother. You say no. You and your 5 children, you go. Me, I don't want no 5 children. Children we can eat like that. They plenty. They can be no. They can tell they play my good apartment no. So I don't want. So Joe Baker said that you want economic crime thing talking. Come in my hand out there. I got war criminals in my supporting me. So my hand out there. And Joe Baker will not turn crazy to say he will agree because Prince Johnson will say, oh, so I'm supporting you and you want to sell me? It will not work. But nigga will say, when I rape up here, something wrong with you, eh? We behind you, then you want to sell us? Because they are seeking sanctuary. You know what a sanctuary is? It's a safe place. Like in case of disaster, in case of any calamity, place where you go to seek refuge. So they're seeking sanctuary where they think they can go under the canopy of Joe Biden presidency, where they will not be taken to the war and economic crimes court. And Joe Biden, I'm sure Prince Johnson is a pretty smart guy. Prince Johnson is a military man. So I'm sure Prince Johnson, they have called all of that discussion along with Joe Biden that will endorse you. So, or I'll make a vice president for you. So you will not be able to, your government will protect me. Yes. But George Bush said, well, if CPV, that's a condition that we should implement the war and economic crimes code, no problem. We'll do it. Vote for us, support us. And that's how the CPV was able to endorse President Weah. And let me tell you one thing, do not be fooled. For me, I look at things from a realistic point of view. Do not be fooled. CPP as a political institution is endorsing President Weah. But at the same time, individual members or people who support the CPP, some might vote for Puaka. So get this right. Komi is not thinking Komi is not naive. He's not thinking that naively, like Prince Johnson would think that he would take a whole bunch of people in Nima County, put them on his head and go deliver them at the ballot box for Puaka. No. The CPP, as a political institution, took that decision. But the individual members can decide who to vote for. That's clear. Nobody can dispute that. But given a condition that whoever will accept the conditions laid down by the CPB will be endorsed, that was based on that decision that the CPB endorsed President Weah's second bid. Simple as that. No matter about it. Okay? Not that CPB loved President Weah more than Joe Biden. It would have been Joe Biden if Joe Biden had agreed. If Biden had said, well, okay, send your one good for our country, your one the thousands of people who were killed, your one that family to get justice, and then so we agree that we implement a war economic crimes code. It would have been the UP to be endorsed today. Okay, so the CPP did not endorse CDC simply because they love them. No, in fact, I think if you all go long back, you'll know that the CPP has been critical of this administration. In fact, all the Liberian people have been critical of this administration. So it wouldn't make anybody happy to go to endorse them. But then the people that want to replace this administration with are even showing that it will be worse. If you can't get justice to the Liberian people, then why you want to be the president? The people who died, their families are wailing. I mean, it's WAILING, wailing, okay, crying for justice. But you cannot, you don't want to deliver it to them. Okay, so but you want them to vote for you, though. You want to be the president, but you don't want to seek their interest. You don't want to bring the war in economic crimes code. So George Weah promised that he will, and that's under the condition that the CPB endorsing. Now, this other question keep coming. People keep asking me, how sure are we that George will do okay? Then I don't have the scientific answer to that question, that yeah, this is scientific solution. Yes, this is just calculated and I arrived at this answer that George Weah will surely implement a war in economic crime school. Because in fact, that's not the first time. He promised that in his 2016 bid, 2017 bid. He didn't. Okay. When talking, he reneged on it. He said, I myself would have, if I were in that negotiation room, I would have asked him, you promised in 2017, but he didn't do it. Talking, he said, we are all family. So are we not family again? They all honor my post, causing me. They all honor my life, rather, not my post. They all honor my life, causing me. They doing all kinds of things. Well, yeah, that's a business. I don't care. I tell you just how it is. I say Liberian people, we are one of the most stupid group of people you can ever find anywhere on planet Earth. And the reason is simple. Because you know, you don't make good decisions. You do not make good decisions. I see them all here. All the tiny. I see them all here. You'll be there, you'll be causing. That one not my business. You do make good decision. If you are making good decision, we're not calling stupid. Eh? Look at the way we are the biggest problem in Liberia. Fine, you are the solution. So go, you the solution to the problem. You are even worse than. No, let me tell you one thing. If you can't think, you always say the kind of thing you're talking. Because once you can't think, you will be like this. And that's of course. If you can't think. Oh God. Look, let me tell you one thing. The endorsement of George Weah by the CPB is not based on whether they like him or not. Okay? It's not based on that. It's based on the fact that he promised that he will bring the war in economic crime school. Joe Baga cannot do that. Why? Because Joe Baga got war criminals behind him, supporting him. So how can you? He wouldn't do that. Because then you know that nonsense you can be talking. You're the Unity Party people who that Prince Johnson there. We just want so you can get all the vote after election with a lot. You can't try that to Prince Johnson. Let me tell you. You try it. Yeah? Babu with Divakula. You know. Prince Johnson, I mean, that's stranger. So you'll be talking and all right, who coming on here? Put my after here, you picking. It's the first thing you stay picking. You don't for you to be quiet and listen when we're talking. You learn. You don't want to do it. You want to be like some deep potato. Talking about I'm problem. What am I a problem? What making problem? When last do you hear that a working government has stole money? When last do you hear that kill people? What problem am I to you or to Liberia? No problem. I support CPB decision. The same way a CPB has endorsed Joe Bwaka, Bwaka has agreed that he will bring the War and Economic Crimes Code to bring justice to the Liberian people. I will support it. So because that UP, I mean that CDC, so you asked me whether I support it. I support it. It would have been in the first place. I told you in the first place we should not be talking about Joe Bwaka and we are in this election. If you collect my other hill, you're one of the people who gets. I mean my other very born in Sari, that hill, I'm a former postman. Peace be to the ashes. Okay? You collect my actor Sharif. If your heart sense, you want to do it, your heart sense will not be talking about Joe Bwaka, and you know what I'm saying is true, but it will hear you. It will not be talking about Joe Bwaka, and we are in this election. In your heart sense, you're like Liberian people, but you do not have sense. It will hear you. I don't care. You know, I'll tell you the fact. Whether you like it or you don't like it, it's not my business. I'll tell you. In your heart sense will not be talking about we are all. Nobody will be talking about endorsing we are today. No. But because you don't have sense. How in a hell you suffer from one sickness, they take that sickness from you, then you go bring the same sickness back to yourself, then you want somebody to make medicine for you. You don't have sense. Like people, I'm talking it may very not my business. You don't have sense. If you have sense, we'll not be talking about George Weah and Joe Bwaka or Unity Party and CDC. So you brought the same two people back to also a level or to choose who won. In any case, is that you bring Ebola and COVID-19 to Liberia, and you know it will kill. All the people in the country will die. So now a level or now to choose which one will kill us, whether that Ebola or that COVID-19. So why you blame me if I say I'm choosing Ebola or COVID-19. Why you blame me? Why then you say, oh, but why you choose Ebola or because you choosing Ebola? No, me, I want COVID-19. So you see, we should not be talking about these two people. We should not be talking about these two group of people. If you people are sensible, so why are you getting mad? Because you don't have sense. Liberians, you don't have sense. You are some of the least intelligent people on the planet Earth. Liberian. I'm a Liberian too. I'll say, what I heard you or not, not my business. You got two people who have corrupt the country over and over and over. Eh? You still want to bring them back. And then you say why so you support coming or the CPB decision to endorse CDC? Yes, because CDC agreed to the condition. If United Party did not have warlords, the Prince Johnson, Port Naked, and all the criminals that stand trying, and then they agreed that they will bring war and economic crimes code to Liberia after they win, the CPP will have endorsed them too. In fact, it was easier for the CPP to endorse the UP than CDC. Why? Because CDC is the gang that everybody wants to replace right now. But because the United Party itself is dubious, it's operating clandestinely, they have something under their sleeve. They want to steal. That's simple. Look at the makeup of that government now. All the people around Joe Baka. Joe Baka is just a figurehead. You got the rest of all the people, all the alien rejects coming back. Joe Baka will be their canopy. It will be the umbrella that will go under. He will cover them, and then they honor their doing the thing. But Joe will say he will prosecute corrupt people, and he will also bring the war and economic crimes code. And that's what Mr. Comey was running on. But saying he didn't win, if you want his support, he gave that as a condition. So if he agreed to it, fine, we endorse you. And I can tell you that CPP will massively vote for President Weah. CPP will massively vote for President Weah. Not all CPP members, because some people do like President Weah. They will vote for Joe Baka. But massively, they will vote for Weah. And let me tell you, your United Party, of course, it's just formality now. The whole election is just for formality. That there's a runoff, so we go for that runoff. But there is nothing like United Party will win anything no more. I think your senators and representatives that won, they were lucky. Okay, and you will not get the support of those people. Trust me, you will not get our votes to come to vote for you. So you'll be defeated massively by George Weah. Because number one, I've always said it. I said this in a long time on the same platform. I said, UP, you are the worst enemy in the entire elections. CDC against you, CPB against you. Why? Because you took Cummings to court. Firstly, Joe Baka instructed Costa and Venona Ureden to lie on Mr. Cummings because they say they may get money. He will make Joe Baka will not be able to win any primary for him to be the head of the CPB ticket. So you'll go and lie on him so he can be in jail. When he's in jail now, then Joe Baka will have a free ride. So that alone makes you enemy. Even if you are not enemy, if Mr. Cummings does not consider you an enemy, the supporters of Mr. Cummings will consider you as enemy. Trust me. So now here you are. You didn't win. You go to the second round. You want the same man who you talk to court and you even deny that you know this man. You want him to come to support you in a runoff against Weah. I mean, we all agree. Personally, we had not done anything to Cummings. Personally, we had not done anything to any of the CPP supporters. He is doing all a bad thing to the country as president. So the country has the right not to vote for him, but you, Baka, you personally destroy the CPP for your ambition. I brought Alari Togba on the same platform here, the borderland. Alari Togba promised me that the CPP was going to be damaged and they were going to come with something called DAL, Democratic Alliance of Liberia, in the next few months. That we didn't see, because that was the ambition that Joe Baka had. That was the platform upon which he stood to destroy the CPB through Henry Costa and Benona Ure, with the hope that Cummings will go to jail and that will be the end. Then the same Cummings, election king, he didn't even do well. But the little 1% he got, you coming to him to support you. So they make a condition. He said, well, me, I'm running to be president on my platform. And one of it is what? The implementation of the War and Economic Crimes Court in Liberia. If you agree to it, I will endorse you. And Joe Biden look behind, he looking your corner, he looking your backyard, Prince Johnson on the other side, Bon Nigga on the other side. He said, no. I can try it. So Joe, I say, but come me, what are you talking about? If that want me, I can make it. No bogus. I want to take the out of the countryside because Prince Johnson, their presence in Liberia, made things dangerous. No bogus, I want to get rid of them. So the war economic crisis thing, that problem, I will work on it. Joe, leave the ice. Put the ice through the window. So that's it. So all of you who calling me and asking me who you support, I wholeheartedly support the decision by and let me make the disclaimer. It's not Mr. Cummings' decision. That's the CPP Executive Committee, the CPP-EC that took the decision because there was a 5-man committee set up to have consultations of dialogue with both WIA and Joe Baka when they reached out to Mr. Cummings. Mr. Cummings said, I don't do anything here. I don't control the CPP. In fact, the CPP is not only the ANC. There are two parties, Liberty Party and the ANC. So we'll set up 5-man committee from both parties and they will have consultation with you. If you guys agree to our conditions under which we'll endorse anybody, then that's it. Joe will say, yeah, me, I will make it. Joe Waka look behind, he see Prince Johnson, he look on his side, he see Bon Nigga. He said, Yes. Hello? Yeah. Never. Yeah, I'm on my life actually, but yeah, wait, I'm okay. I'll get back to you. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So, like I was saying, Joe Baka will not endorse Mr. Cummings simply because, or Mr. Cummings will not endorse Joe Baka simply because Joe Baka refused. And even if he wanted to do it, he cannot do it. Why? Because look in his corner, he got his people. He got Bonnie, he got Bonnie, Prince Johnson. So what will he do? He can't sell them. So you don't blame Cummings if he endorses WIA because WIA agreed to the condition. And like again, I'll start this last example, then I'll be shutting down. I told you that if you have a fine girl that you met, and the girl told you, say, I get plenty of children, if you agree, fine, the girl will take you. If you agree, then that's it. So the girl agreed to Cummings' demand. So Cummings will take her. CDC, Georgia, CPP supporting you. We endorse you. Your second term is a show. Thanks a lot and have a nice day. Liberians, you got to learn lesson. Thank you. Bye-bye.